Hello everyone, I am Sudipto Dargupta. Today I am going to talk about GIS and show you some basic operations in ArcGIS. First of all, we need to know what is GIS. GIS is Geographic Information System for managing, analyzing or visualizing databases which contain geographic informations. We basically use two types of GIS software packages. One is ISRIS ArcGIS and the another is Quantum GIS, which is also known as QGIS. ArcGIS is commercially available package of softwares, whereas QGIS is an open source package softwares. In this session, we will only talk about ISRIS ArcGIS. Now let's talk about file types. Raster file is an image file which is also known as pixels, and each pixel associated with a number specifying a color which the pixel should be displayed in. PNG and JPEG is a great example of raster data. Vector files are image files that are built by mathematical formulas. We will talk about a specific vector file which is shapefile in this video. There are other file types which is known as RDBMS that contains SQL and Access database. A shapefile is a combination of different file extensions. Various file extensions of various purposes combine together and create a complete shapefile. There are three types of geodatabase we will talk about here. First is personal geodatabase. Personal geodatabase allows us to keep our file up to 2 GB. Whereas file geodatabase gives us the limit up to 1 terabyte. There is another type of geodatabase which has no data limit, known as enterprise geodatabase. In ArcGIS, ArcGIS Desktop is available in 3 license levels, which are ArcView, ArcEditor, and ArcInfo. Now let's talk about some ArcGIS modules. First, we will talk about ArcMap, where most of the work takes place. ArcMap is basically a module for interacting with map data, where we display, query, classify, analyze, and edit the spatial data sets. ArcCatalog is a module used for preparing and managing data, where file remains in an hierarchical structure. ArcScene and ArcGlobe allows us to show data in 3D formats and compare the data in different positions of Earth. In the end, ArcToolbox is a collection of tools for GIS analysis data management. We do various operations in ArcMap using these toolboxes. Now let's dive into the world of ArcGIS and see some basic features of ArcMap and ArcCatalog. When we open ArcCatalog, we will see an interface like this. To work with, we first need the catalog tree. For catalog tree, we will click the windows here, then the catalog tree, and we will see something like this. Next, we need to know how to connect a folder. To connect a folder, we need to go to the folder connection on the top left here, right click, connect to folder, and we will see our computer's folders here. We'll go to the desired folders and click OK. Now we see all the files in the E folder, and the E folder is connected in the ArcCatalog. We can browse all the data in E folder which support the GIS. Let's see that if we go to the GIS files, we can see a file here which is a layer package which support the GIS files, which is a GIS file type. Now we will see some other features of ArcCatalog. If we have shapefiles like this, we can see its preview and its metadata. For that, we can see on the top of this section there is 3 options named Content, Preview, and Description. If we select a shapefile and click preview, we can preview the shapefile. And if we click the description, it shows us the description of the shapefile, which is also the metadata of the shapefile. When we will open the ArcMap, we will show an interface like this. Let's get into work in ArcMap. First, we will click the windows here and click the table of contents. Then again, we'll click the catalog here. This is the basic interface we need in ArcMap. The left side here is the table of content where we will see all the files, all the data we exported in the ArcMap. And on the right side, we will see the catalog menu. In the catalog menu, we will see the folder connected to it and the toolboxes and various GIS operations. And the center here is our workspace. We have seen how we connected a folder to ArcCatalog. So when we attach a folder to ArcCatalog, it automatically attaches the folder in ArcGIS or ArcMap. So if we go to the folder connection here, we can see the folder is already connected. Now we will see how to add data to our workspace. We will go to our desired folders. Here we see there is a package file. If we extract the package file into our workspace, here we can see all the files in the package. But in the meantime, we need to know how to extract the package files also, because if we need a particular file from the package as a shape file or as a layer file, we need to extract the package. So for extracting the package file, we need to do several operations. For this, we have to go to the toolbox, system toolbox, data management tool, package, and here is an option or tool named as extract package. We will click it. Here we can see input package and output folder. The input package means the package we want to extract. We will go to the folder where the package is and select it. And the output folder, we will choose another folder where the package will be extracted and click OK. As you can see, the package is extracted. Now we will go to the folder and open it, and in the extracted files we can see all the shapefile in different manner and all the layer files. Sometimes it's easier to work with the main package files, and sometimes we need to extract the files if we need the shape files or the layer files. Next, we need to know the layer order. We can see various types of shape files are here as a layer. So one layer is after one layer and another is after one layer. So what will be the sequence of these layers? The sequence will be the larger object will be last and the smaller object will be the first, so that the smaller object could be over the larger object so that we can see the smaller object. I can show you an example. Here is a file named proposed extended area. If we drag it to the top, you can see this area is completely covered by this proposed extended area. As this is a large area which should remain under some smaller objects, so it should be to the last of the layers, so that we can see other smaller objects over it. Now I will talk about some tools which are at the top of the toolbars. Here we can see new. So new means a new file. If we want to open a new file or create a new file, we can click the new here. The next is open. If we want to open a file which is already is in our PC, we can click the open. The next is save. If we want to save the file, we can save from here. There is a print option. If we go down, we can see zoom in. We can click the zoom in button and zoom our layers, or we can zoom out our layers. The next is hand tool. We can click the hand tool and move our workspace according to our necessity. The next is full extent. If we want to zoom to the full extent of the map, we can click the full extent here. And this is the select element. If we want to select a particular thing, we can click the select element here. Now I will talk about some important thing. When working with the data, we zoom into a particular section too much that we couldn't find the outline of our data. To solve this problem, we don't need to zoom out or find our desired boundary. We can click just the boundary, go to zoom to layer, and if you do that, the software automatically zoom it to the layers, and we can see the outline of our layers. Now I will talk about some important issues working in ArcMap. So working in ArcMap, we import various data from various folders. So I have imported two shapefiles here, and I will save it. I will save it as MXD file. Now you can see this is the file I have saved. If we remember, I have imported two shapefile. Here was one. If I cut it and move it to another folder and go to the ArcMap, we can see this particular shapefile is not available right now in the ArcMap, and there is a little red exclamation mark which tells us that the ArcMap couldn't locate the shapefile it was before, so we need to relocate it. For relocating it, we right click, go to the properties, go to the source, set data source, and go to the exact shapefile where we have moved it and click add. Click apply and OK. And then we can see the ArcMap relocate the data, and we can see the shapefile again in here. So we have learned that if we move the data or we don't give the data to another person, the person may not have the data in his MXD file. So we need to give the total set of data before giving to it another person. Now let's talk about how we can work with the feature classes or the layers. We can edit the layers and the properties of layers in various ways. As we know, there are points, line, and polygon features in ArcGIS. So we can edit the points, the lines, and the polygons in ArcGIS. We can select from the symbol selectors. There are various types of points and examples. You can select anything and click OK. The same goes as the lines. We select on the lines. There are different types of lines. We can set different types of colors and their weights and click OK. The same as the polygons, there are different types of colors and styles of polygons. You can select it. We can select the outline of the polygon and click OK. You can change the color of polygon as well. Now we will see how to label the features. To label the features, we will select a feature, right click and select this label features. And we can see it automatically shows the label we have selected. Now we will work with the attribute tables. To work with attribute tables, we need some tools. To get the tools, we go to the customize, select toolbars, select editor and drag it to the top. We also need the draw tools, so go to the toolbar, select draw and drag it to the top bar for easy access. Now we will work with the attribute tables. To select the attribute table, we'll go to a particular shapefile and right click and go to open attribute table. Here we can see the detail of this shapefile. First is the number, second is the shape, third is ID, the fourth is the area, and the fifth is the name of this particular area. We will work with another shapefile's attribute table. Now we will see how to add a column and data in an attribute table. We will click on the top left. Here we can see add field. We will select name. Here we can see different options: short integer, long integer, float, double, text or date. We will select one according to our data. Here I will select text and click OK. As I can see, this is the new column. Right now we can't edit the data into the column, so we have to go to the editor tool and click start editing. We have to select the shapefile we want to change, so it is important locations. Select OK. Now we can edit this data. And we will click the stop editing and save the data. Now we will see how to do categorical analysis. We will go to a specific shapefile, right click, go to the property, select the symbology, go to the categories, and here we work to do categorical analysis. In the value field, we put the column on which we want to do the analysis. We will select the color ramp and click add all values. And here we can see it automatically added the values accessible, non-accessible in my perspective. We will click the apply and OK. Turn off all the layer and just turn on this layer. We can see it divides all the polygons in these shapefiles according to the categorical analysis, which is accessible or non-accessible. The next thing we will learn about how to draw something and export it as an shapefile. We have already customized the toolbar of draw tools. So in the draw tools, we can see this particular options, which is rectangle, but we can select anything: rectangle, circle, ellipse, line or curve. We will select rectangle in this session. We will select rectangle and draw an object. So this is a polygon. I want to export it as an shapefile. So I will click this drop down, select this convert graphics to feature, select a specific location, and save type as shapefile and click save. I will click yes, and this is the shapefile I have created in the drawing tool. Here we will see how to use the field calculator. In the previous attributed table, I have entered a new column or class named as area. So we will right click on the area type, go to the field calculator. Here we want to do, here my target is to add one extra acre to the existing acre. So this area type means this area type equal to, I will add area acres, I will add a plus and just a 1 and click OK. It will calculate by itself and it shows us the result. Here it was 0.414 and here it is 1.4114. So we can calculate anything in the field calculator. I hope you enjoyed this session very much and learned a lot of things about ArcMap, ArcCatalog and also ArcGIS. Thank you for watching.